how to part with your art. This is an interesting concept, and as an artist who works mostly in traditional media on paper, it's certainly fascinating to me. And people ask me this question a lot, like how are you so okay with, getting rid of your art, whether it be selling it or, sending it somewhere, because art is something you invest time and energy and emotion into. So it makes sense to want to hang on to it, to be like, wow, I put a lot of work into this. I want to, be reminded of that effort and keep it around. And, it's sentimental value, however you define it, that's totally fine. It's understandable. But art, in my eyes, is something that's meant to be shared. And I think that's what helps me so much by focusing on that, I want people to see my work. I want people to enjoy it. Even if I draw something and, it's for a commission or whatever, and I take a picture of it and then send it away and I never see it in person again, at least I know that, the person that has it now or wherever it is, people are enjoying it. It's either displayed somewhere or somebody looks at it from time to time and is like, oh, I like that piece of art. That's the purpose of art. Art is meant to be enjoyed and shared, and, you use it to say whatever you want to say. And, if you're just keeping it in a box, what is it really doing? I fill so many sketchbooks, and oftentimes I sell them because, I think about people getting so excited when they get them and being able to look through them and, the joy that might bring them. Whereas if I were to keep it, it's just going to sit in a box and, maybe I'll look through it from time to time, but how I would rather it be out there in the world and people see it than it just be sitting around. So thinking about it that way makes it really easy for me to kind of part with my art. And, with something like a sketchbook, it can be argued that, well, that's a learning experience. You want to be able to look back and see how far you've come and, where you were in your sketchbook and the kind of things you were studying. But, in the digital age, it's made really easy. You can scan your sketchbook. You can take pictures of the things that you've created and the things that you've worked on. And, maybe you sell it and you send it to somebody or, whatever. But maybe you don't see it again, but that's keeping it around doesn't mean you didn't learn that, that was a confusing way to say it. But no matter where that piece of art goes, you still learned what you learned when you made it, and you still made it, and it's out there somewhere, unless you're just burning it or destroying it, which I wouldn't recommend. But I kind of wanted to do this, drawing where I did like a cool little sketch and then, kind of just painted over it as kind of a metaphor for parting with the art, because, you can make things and just paint right over it and then paint something on top of that and then paint something on top of that. That art is still there somewhere beneath all the layers, but it's really about how you think about it. And I think that parting with your art is a good thing. Learning something from a piece and then moving on to the next one is a good thing. You don't have to keep everything around to remind yourself you did it, and just move on to the next piece. And you can really choose to do whatever you want with your art. I'm not telling you to give away all your art or get rid of it, but, don't let that keep you from sharing your work. If somebody wants to buy a piece from you, but you're like, oh, I don't know, I really like this one, I don't know if I want to sell it, consider selling it, consider it, because they'll keep it and they'll enjoy it. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want me to expand on this concept, I'd really like to do that. Leave a comment, but either way, thanks for watching. You're the best. I'll see you next time.